Welcome. We're Glif, the team behind a wide range of Filecoin dedicated products and tools. I'm Georgia, and in this video we'll be explaining the problem the Filecoin network faces in order for it to scale, and why staking your Filecoin not only earns you rewards, but actually helps solve this problem. A bit of background first. Filecoin's a blockchain just like Bitcoin or Ethereum, but its main use case is distributed file storage. Think of it as an alternative to the popular cloud storage solutions we're all familiar with. Filecoin was created by Protocol Labs, the folks behind IPFS, and for the first few years of its lifetime, Filecoin only had 11 pre-built smart contracts called actors. No one could actually program their own smart contracts like they do on Ethereum. However, on March the 14th, 2023, the Filecoin Virtual Machine, or FVM, finally launched. The FVM is the smart contract layer that allows for programmable applications, just like we see on Ethereum and plenty of other blockchains today. So, with smart contracts now possible on Filecoin, this opens up a wide range of new use cases, and decentralized finance, DeFi, is the first to get a lot of attention. Expect lots of new swaps protocols, token launchpads, and staking and borrowing opportunities to emerge in the coming months. There's a unique challenge with how Filecoin works, and it needs programmable smart contracts to solve it. To explain it, you need to understand a bit about how Filecoin mining works. Storage providers, essentially miners, are people who provide storage on the Filecoin network. They're hosting data on hard drives, and they get rewarded for doing so by earning Filecoin tokens, just like how a Bitcoin miner earns Bitcoin and an Ethereum validator earns ETH. But to ensure the data is available and to prove they're treating that data with integrity, storage providers have to stake or pledge some Filecoin. This consensus mechanism is called proof of storage. If the storage provider's hard drives go offline, they delete the data, or they do something else nefarious, then they're slashed. Effectively, they lose some of their pledged tokens. And this incentive mechanism keeps the network running. So where's the problem? Well, these storage providers need Filecoin tokens to pledge, but it's expensive to get it in the first place. In fact, user research we conducted at Glif uncovered that for almost all storage providers, from hobbyists all the way to the biggest commercial mining operations, for them, acquiring Filecoin they need for pledging is the most expensive part of running their operation. It's even more expensive than acquiring or renting hardware. And the more storage space miners provide, the more tokens they're required to pledge. They can buy Filecoin on the open market or borrow it. But until the FVM launched, the only borrowing options were through centralized lenders, where the lender is required to have ownership over the storage provider's mining operation. We're not going to go into too much detail here, but this is a technical necessity to ensure that the loan is paid back by the storage provider from the Filecoin that they earn. And obviously, it's not desirable for anyone to give over ownership of their operation. Where is all this Filecoin that storage providers need? Filecoin token holders are the other side of this two-sided marketplace. They might be investors who participated in the original Filecoin token launch, institutions, or your average crypto user who purchased Filecoin on an exchange. But without the Filecoin virtual machine, there hasn't been an accessible way to put that Filecoin to work with storage providers on the network. Another problem with the Filecoin economy is that new tokens are constantly being minted. This is Filecoin's inflation. By holding tokens in a wallet and not doing anything with them, the token holder's value is constantly being diluted by the network's inflation. These challenges are known as Filecoin's capital inefficiency problems, a term that basically means that the demand side of Filecoin, all those storage providers wanting Filecoin to run their operations, is not being met by the supply. And the supply side, that's people who own Filecoin, have no way to protect themselves against the network's inflation. And that's where DeFi comes into play. Glif and other providers are releasing applications that allow Filecoin holders to actually put their tokens to work, earning rewards and getting a piece of the network's newly minted Filecoin, whilst benefiting storage providers who can then borrow that Filecoin and use it to store more data. And with smart contracts and great protocol design, Filecoin staking and borrowing applications can do this in a way which reduces risk for the Filecoin holder. They aren't relying on a centralized entity to hold their funds, and increases options and reduces cost for the storage providers who want to grow. So DeFi on Filecoin is not just going to be a lot of make rich people richer farming applications. It actually has an important use for the success of distributed file storage. Thanks for listening. Drop questions in the comments below and check out our channel for a simple how-to guide for staking your Filecoin with Glif.